You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. Well, let's talk about Harrison Butker. He is the Super Bowl champion kicker who won the game the other night for the Kansas City Chiefs. And it has now come out that he took part in a pro-life commercial in Kansas last year. They had an amendment that they put to vote. The amendment was rejected. Kansas voted against protecting babies. I mean, I'm just floored by that. It's crazy to me, sort of where we have gotten in society. Harrison is an unapologetic Catholic, and he went out there and made this commercial. I'm shocked it didn't get more play. But now it's starting to surface because, well, he's in the forefront, the limelight right now as a new Super Bowl champion. And there's no way this story just came out. Let's take a look at this. I will show you the commercial, too. Super Bowl champion Harrison Butker urges all to defend the unborn. Now, the only other NFL, alumni that I can think of that has been really outspoken on the pro-life movement is going to be Tony Dungy, the former coach of the Indianapolis Colts, analyst for NBC, and, of course, NFL Hall of Famer as well. So let's take a look at this. NFL kicker Harrison Butker was the man who kicked the field goal that gave his team, the Kansas City Chiefs, the win for Super Bowl 57. But Butker has also used his fame to urge respect for life and to oppose abortion. Man, once the wokes get wind of this, look out. As Live Nation noted, Butker joined the fight to pass a pro-life amendment in Kansas last year. And while the amendment failed, Butker did his part to urge his fellow Kansas citizens to support the, quote, value them both amendment. Butker appeared in an ad for Catholic Vote to urge a yes to vote on the amendment. In the ad, the NFL player warned voters of the misinformation about the amendment and added, quote, this amendment will let Kansas decide what we want to do on abortion. Butker also penned a op-ed for the amendment published by the Kansas Catholic Tribune, in which he said when Kansas Supreme Court ruled that the meaning of life in the Kansas Constitution refers only to those outside the womb, they left those without a voice to be targeted by terrible legislation and outside forces. The only way to defend the unborn, protecting the sanctity of life, is to amend the Kansas Constitution. Quote, this is why the Value Them Both Amendment is so essential to enshrining the protection of all human life and make Kansas a place where all children are valued at every stage of life. Let's watch this commercial.
Hey, it's Harrison Butker, kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. There's a lot of misinformation out there on the Value Them Both Amendment, but here's the real game plan. This amendment will let Kansans decide what we do on abortion, not judges, and not DC politicians. Without this amendment, even barbaric late-term abortions will be allowed. Early voting is underway, and Election Day is Tuesday, August 2nd. Join the team and vote yes.
Pretty good idea. We know where his political alliances lay. He also thanked God for his opportunity to use his fame and to speak out in support of life in the womb. Quote, I think God has definitely given me a platform. He's given me a voice for a lot of people that aren't able to voice their opinions. I put so much into being the best kicker I possibly can be, and for whatever reason, God has allowed me to continue to be successful as a kicker. I'm so thankful for that. My success in football has given me a pedestal, and I feel responsible to raise awareness to different issues that I think God wants me to bring to the forefront, he told the Catholic News Agency last February. Wow. That's pretty powerful, and it's just something you do not see from NFL players in this day and time, somebody stepping up out there and making that much of a more conservative stance. And you don't see the embrace of God. You've seen it more lately, I will say, because of what went on with Damar Hamlin. A lot of players sort of put their faith out there in the open, at least more so. It's the one thing that we can say that kind of came with the Damar Hamlin incident was the sort of resurgence with the ability and the acceptedness to pray out in the open. Buckner is trying to go to bat for the unborn. Bravo to him. Unfortunately, there's not nearly enough people, and I know these guys exist in the NFL, but there's not nearly enough people putting themselves out there to show support for things just like causes like this. Many times it's because their agents have informed them, do not get involved in this. You stand to lose sponsorships. You stand to never get any commercials. You know, you could get blowback from your own fan base, etc., etc. I think, by and large, many that actually watch the NFL would appreciate something like this instead of some of the leftist things that have been shoved in our face, like the Black National Anthem and Colin Kaepernick kneeling during the National Anthem, and, of course, the disrespect towards the police that some of these NFL players have shown, as well as the embracing of Marxism with Black Lives Matter. I'm just saying. Tony Dungy has put himself out there in the limelight as being unapologetically religious and pro-life. He went on the March of Life, and yeah, the wokes came after Tony Dungy. They've come after him in the past over things just like this. Now, Harrison just won the Super Bowl, right? This would be another time to strike while the iron is hot to get this message out there even more. And it's so crazy that this is just now sort of making national news, and maybe had it made national news last year, I wonder how many people in Kansas didn't even realize this amendment was there to be voted on. You never know. You would be shocked how many people just don't notice things like that. They truly do not. I wish they did, and they were more informed voters. I tend to notice everything like this, but in part, it's part of my gig, too. Tell me what you think, Black and White Sports 2 supporters. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.